Hi guys, and welcome back to Cyber Warriors YouTube channel, and once again we are back with a new tutorial on HTML advanced login form, or you can say that sign up form. In our last tutorial, as you can see here, that I have told you that part 2 will be coming soon. So how to make HTML forms with table. This is the second part of that tutorial. So first of all, I would like to thank you all that we have successfully completed 1.2k plus subscriber. So thanks a lot. So let's get started. If you remember, in our last tutorial we have made this kind of HTML sign up form. So in this tutorial we will be designing this page more attractively. So here's the code for this sign up page. As you can see that we have used table for creating this kind of page. Let me show you by applying the border. So as you can see that here we have a separate TD and input type, TD, input type, TD, input type, and yes, these all are of different table row. So for male and female we have separate radio button, but in this case, in this scenario, as you can see that if I click on male and after that if I click on female radio button, the male should be deselected by default, but it's not like that in this case. So what I need is when I select one radio button, the second should disable by itself, because the property of radio button is multiple options but single selection, right? So here we have two radio buttons. So for this, what I'm doing is, here we have gender, input type is equals to radio and label is equals to male. After that we have a code or script, input type is equals to radio and label is equals to female. What I am doing is I am giving a name is equals to, and in the double quotes just type any random name which you want, and here I am typing, let us use R1. And for this I am typing name is equals to, let us say R2, and just Control plus S to save the document and reload it. As you can see that the problem is not yet solved. So what to do now? I have taken R1 as the name for the first variable and R2 for female. What I am doing is I am providing both the input type or radio button as the same name. So here we have R1 for male and R2 for female radio button. R1 for female radio button. Reload your document. So I am clicking on male, and while clicking on female, the male radio button got deselected, right? Now let us try to understand this. What happened here is we have input type is equals to radio, input is the tag and type is the attribute. So I'm giving it name as R1, and also for female I am providing it name to R1. So they both are same. This is also R1, this is also R1. So at the same time only one of these R1 will be executed, right? You cannot execute both the R1 at the same time. That's why we have provided R1 for this and also for this. So let's move on. So here we have a button and I want this button to be aligned in the center. So this is the code for button. What I can do is I can align this TD at center. So just typing align is equals to center. Save the document, reload the browser, and you can see that the submit button has successfully been aligned to center, but as compared to our whole form, it is not in center, it is just in this box, it is just in the center of this box, right? I want it to be here. So what we need to do is we need to combine these two cells. For this I am simply typing call span is equals to 2, because I want to merge these both two TDs, right? So I have successfully spanned and merged this both table data with two of them. So here we have a submit button at the center of the web page and male female having a multiple options but a single selection. So now I want make this font color from black to white. There are basically so many ways to do a same task. One of them is you can simply type font color is equals to white, and after that you need to close the font tag itself, save the document, reload the browser, and the first name has been changed from black to white in color. But this process is so much lengthy that we need to type separate commands and separate codes for each of the text fields, which I don't be preferred, right? So what I can do is simply deleting that code, and here from today onwards we are starting the series of CSS, that is cascading style sheets. So HTML having some kind of limitation, it has a limitations. So to overcome that limitations we use cascading style sheets. So the CSS file is placed between the head tag, means you need to style the CSS after the head tag and before closing the head tag. So here I'm opening a tag known as style for implementing internal CSS, and after that I'm creating a CSS with the name of table. A CSS contains and consists of opening curly braces and closing curly braces. So here what I need is, in HTML we use font color is equals to white in double quotes, but in CSS we cannot use double quotes and we do not use is equals to. The alternative of is equals to is colon, and we do not use anything for double quotes. It needs to be separated by itself. So I am simply typing here, we do not type font color, here we only type color colon white, press semicolon, and as you can see that I haven't closed this style tag and I have saved my document. While refreshing it, I will not get any kind of output. My screen will blink in white in color. So if you guys are facing this kind of problem, please do close your tag, that is style tag. So I have closed my style tag and reload. As you can see that all the text within one click has been successfully changed from black in color to white in color. So that is the advantages of using CSS file. So I want this button to be of green in color of background, and the font color of the button should be white in color, right? So I'm making a separate CSS file for button. So here if I double click on table, which is an style tag, so you will notice that the another table has been highlighted from green in color. It means that this table and this table is same. So we do not need to type anything which are pre-tag and preloaded tags in HTML. While making our own tags with our own names, we need to type hash just before our predefined name in HTML. So I'm making a custom name, that's why I am typing hash, and simply I am typing btn for button. After that we need to start our braces, curly braces, and also needs to be closed it. So in between I am writing background color. There's also one thing that we cannot apply spaces in CSS. So if the alternate of a space is this hyphen, so background color colon, I want it to be green color, so I am typing green, and I am pressing Ctrl plus S to save my document, and while reloading the web page there's nothing happened, right? The color remains the same because the table was a predefined tag, but btn is not a tag in HTML right now. So I need to define it where I want to use the btn CSS. For this I am simply typing the input type is equals to submit, and at the last I am typing id is equals to btn. Make sure that you do not type hash here. Ctrl plus S to save the document and reload it. As you can see that the color of the background color of button has been changed from white or grayish in color to green in color. So next I want is to the font color to be white in nature. For this, once again let's go back to our CSS and simply type color colon white, and semicolons means that end of a statement, end of line. Ctrl plus S to save the document and reload it. You can see that the font color has been changed from black to white. Now I want this button to be larger in height and width. For this, once again go back to CSS file, simply type height colon, let us suppose that 25px. The px here term means that it is being defined in pixels, not in percentage. Later on we will be discussing what to use pixels or percentage. So I am saving my document and reload it. As you can see that it is very a little bit alignment, so I am typing it by 35 pixels. Save your document, and now I want the width. So that's why I'm typing width and simply typing 50 pixels. You can provide any pixels with your own choice. So 50 pixels was a little bit smaller, so I have typed 100 pixels. As you can see that we have a lot of difference from our previous page to this page. Now I want this border should not be little more there. First of all, we need basic spacing between our fields. So we need a cell space, right? For this, I'm going to table because I want spacing between my table. That's why just type cell spacing, and you can type any value. Let us assume that I am typing here 15. Don't provide px here, we are dealing with only 15. So as you can see that we have a spacing in our table. Once all the work is done, just make the border 0. Reload your document. So this is our document. In our previous tutorial, you can see that we had made this kind of HTML sign up form which were good, looking attractive, but not that much. So here we have a pretty good form. Now I want my button to be rounded edge, or you can say rounded corner in nature. For this, I'm going once again back to my CSS of BTN. While double clicking on BTN, if I scroll down, you can see that this BTN has been highlighted fill with green in color. That means I have successfully implemented that CSS file over there to here. So simply hit enter for making it curve. Type BOR DER, that is border hyphen radius. colon and type any value. So reload your document as radius so once again reload your document. As you can see that the corners has been rounded successfully. So this kind of HTML form is basically known as advanced HTML form. This is not that much advanced, but you can say it more than intermediate, less than advanced. Later on we will move from basic, intermediate to advanced itself. Now I want my table to be aligned in the center of web page. For this I am typing BR just before my table tag. So BR, save it. So type BR as per your choice. So this. Now what I want is the table of sign up form should be black in color. So we have, we can simply apply table bg color is equals to black, but I have declared a separate CSS file for table. What I can do, simply I can type here background color black. So the background color of the form has been converted from white to black. Now similarly, as compared to buttons, I want this corner to be rounded. For this I need to type border radius, let us assume that 30 pixels. Save it, reload it. We have a border of rounded edges or rounded corners. So now what I want is, I want here to be written first name, here to be written last name. For this, scroll down to your input type. This is our first name, and simply type inside the tag placeholder is equals to, in the double quote type your message like I am typing first name. Save it, reload. We have here first name. When you will press here the first character from keyboard, the text inside the text box, that is placeholder, will disappear, right? So similarly, I am assigning placeholder to each field. I am simply copying the text, paste it to each the text field. So we are done. Let's reload the document, and we have a pretty much good form as compared to our previous tutorial, which was that here. So hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial and have learned a new thing. So if you guys have liked this video, you can simply hit like button of this video. If you guys are new to our channel, simply click on this red button, subscribe this channel. If you already did subscribe to my channel, simply press bell icon so that you will get notified about my future tutorials. So thanks for watching guys. Please like and subscribe.